Nestled on the southern tip of the Baja lies Cabo San Lucas. Once a sleepy fishing village, today's Cabo is far removed from the humble beach shacks and weathered pongas that greeted yesterday's travelers. The fertile waters beyond the famous Cabo arches are teeming with pelagic game fish, from billfish to dorado, tuna, wahoo, and a plethora of inshore targets. Join Team Picante as they go in search of the blue water giants. The sun is shining, the fish are biting. We're about to take you on an amazing adventure beyond Land's End.
Once I found Cabo San Lucas, I was completely blown away of the fishing, the water sports, the weather, the people, everything.
Well, Cabo San Lucas fishing is either good or great. And the bite is as strong today, I think, as it was 20 years ago.
Great thing about Cabo San Lucas is the striped marlin fishery is year-round and it's fantastic. Billfish is something that is really synonymous with Picante. Picante built their operation around striped marlin. Welcome to Cabo San Lucas. My name's Evan Salvay, and this week I find myself on the southernmost tip of the Baja Peninsula with one goal in mind: win the 2014 Pelagic Summer Slam tournament as a part of Team Picante. We've assembled an elite team of anglers, and we're going to be fishing in luxury aboard a beautiful 45-foot Cabo yacht. Let's go meet the boys and talk fishing. We're in Mexico, and it's game time.
The inaugural Cabo Summer Slam Tournament, presented by Pelagic, is a team event with a $50,000 prize purse. Awards will be presented to the anglers and teams for their performance across several categories.
We are entering the first annual 2014 Pelagic Triple Crown of Sport Fishing Summer Slam down here in Cabo. It's a great event.
It's neat to have a small hometown feel, a small venue, all the fish count, all the marlin are going to be released. Everything will be done on video, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think it'll be good for town, it'll be good for the fishery, and I'm excited about it.
The competition down here is going to be tough. It's a mix of amateur teams and some very seasoned Cabo teams. Some of the teams have been fishing down here for multiple decades, dialed crews. They're ready to go out and bring the heat, while other teams are just down here for the weekend looking to have a really good time.
The Cabo Summer Slam is all about playing to your team's strength. With several prize categories, teams can pick their poison. Billfish release category, the most billfish released over the 2 days of tournament fishing. Game fish category, tuna, wahoo, dorado. Biggest fish, fill the ice chest. Optional daily jackpots, most releases or biggest fish per day. Feeling confident? Raise the stakes.
So I think this tournament will be for everybody. You know, I think we're going to see people that normally don't get involved in the big money tournaments want to get involved with this one. I think it's really going to be good for town, and I'm excited.
As daylight breaks, the anticipation rises with the sun. Confidence meets preparation, and Team Picante has their eyes set on the billfish prize. With a dialed crew, dialed anglers, and a dialed boat, they are on a mission to win.
This is it. The culmination of all of our preparation, all of our efforts. It leads to now we are minutes away from the shotgun start. This is what it's all about. Offshore tournament fishing, the sunrise over the hills, the blue water, calm winds. I love it.
The shotgun start is where racing meets fishing. All the boats line up. The captains are waiting. The gun blast means go, and they're off.
The first thing that we did was basically head up the line and look for striped marlin. We kind of opted early to try to take down that billfish release category. A lot of the teams were going to focus offshore. They were looking for the big yellowfin tuna. They were going to look for the nice dorado and try to take some of those big optional pots. Well, the Picante 45 charged through some morning slop, and now we are 15 miles north of Cabo San Lucas. And I'd say we're in the zone. What do you think?
Time to catch fish. Here we are.
Here we are. Well, we put out a fantastic spread. We got ballyhoo, some Cousins tackle, Mark 1 acoustic jigs, daisy chains. We've got a live cabito ready to drop back or pitch on a sleeper or tailer. Annie, words of wisdom?
Just stay out of the trough.
Out of the trough. Good advice. Let's get bit.
Once in the zone, it's time to set the spread. Captain Renan has been working on tournament boats most of his life. Renan knows that Team Picante has chosen to chase after the top release category. The spread is an arrangement of bait and lures designed to attract the fish. Renan's expert knowledge takes him to the daisy chain ballyhoo combination. Daisy chains raise the fish into the pattern, where they will transition onto the bite-sized ballyhoo. Running a full set of jigs can be risky, so Renan has chosen a set of natural rigged baits. If the fish pass on the spread, an accurate cast can draw the bite.
Our first fish came really right off the bat. Lines were in the water for 10 minutes. And all of a sudden, fish in the spread, striped marlin, he's coming, left side, left side, left side. And everybody's scrambling into action. We got all the mates jumping down from the tower. Everybody's waking up, their eyes are wide open. What's going on? It's game time. And I just happened to be standing right there. And I grabbed one of our rods. We had a Cousins marlin caster with a Tiagra 16 on it. We had a cabito pinned. I dropped it back. They were teasing the fish in. Its dorsal fin was out of the water. You can see the bill. I mean, this is classic striped marlin fishing, the bait and switch, a technique that's been honed and perfected by the Picante fleet. And I get bit, let it eat it for a few seconds. We had the circle hook, and the circle hooks are great because you hook them right into the corner of the mouth. And all I had to do was put that lever forward, take a few winds on the handle, and we're bit. It was a quick fight, 5 minutes.
Oh, nice, right at the boat. Get that leader, it's a catch, get that leader. Excellent show. Excellent show, look at him, swim away.
We're on the board, yeah!
All right, we just released our second fish of the day, 9:30 in the morning. Fish came up long and ate the rigged ballyhoo. Quick fight, maybe 3 minutes. Fantastic, look at that, almost came in the boat. Almost came in the boat. You know, it's good to be on the board. The full moon fishing can be slow in the morning, and I gotta tell you, I'm pleased with our results so far.
Yeah! Woo!
We're got the jigs back in the water, and we're looking for another one. Life's good.
The fish are showing an overwhelming preference for the ballyhoo or the cabitos. So we've changed out some of our rods that were previously running some jigs. Now we've got daisy chains, the object being to bring the fish into our spread. Now, We have 3 fish right now. This guy right here, beautiful fish. And he's got one, I got one as well. We're gonna keep plugging away and covering water because that's what we just gotta keep doing over the next 2 days. Covering water, maximizing our opportunities.
I was extremely apprehensive. This time of year, fishing can be tough. We have the full moon, we got our cold water upwelling. Fish are moving, they've got tails, bait's moving around everywhere. We found an area of green water that was holding fish that nobody was around in, and I was so excited because the fish we were catching in that tight little area were staying on the surface. They were easy to catch. We could get them quick and release them and get another bait in the water.
All right, well, team, it looks like we've got another species qualifier here, which is a Dorado. I know it's a keeper. Oh, he just turned. The dodo, he wants to go under the Tortuga.
Hey, buzz fish with the turtle.
Big girl. Good girl.
Look at that girl.
Don't want you to think
Huh?
that way too.
Woo!
Good girl.
Qualifier, baby.
Good girl.
You know, when we hooked that Dorado, I knew it was a qualifier, which only being 10 pounds. And again, with fishing the way it's been, you know, who knows who's going to catch what? There may not be a lot of Dorado caught. So when we caught that legal dodo, I went, all right, we've also, not only are we doing well with the marlin, we've got a money fish over here too. So I was excited with that 20-pound Dorado, you know, it was good.
We ended day 1 with 5 releases. So we knew that day 2 was gonna be hopefully good. We had another team that was doing very well as well. Go Deeper had 3 releases, so they were in strike range.
You know, I was really excited with our first day, and I thought it would hold up, which it did. So that was a good day.
We're here with Clisario. He's a big part of the Bisbee's organization. He's helped turn that tournament into a worldwide success.
In this tournament, you can see some of the best anglers, and they release a lot of marlin. They know what they are doing.
If the port captain closes the harbor, day 1 standings become final, and it's in Mother Nature's hands.
With the storm rolling in, I was apprehensive about what was going to happen day 2. This port captain can close this marina like that in a heartbeat with wind or surf or for anything, and I understand why. It's all based about safety. So I thought there could have been a chance that our first day 1 could have stood for the whole tournament if they would have closed it down.
Tackle, 665H Marlin caster, Tiagra 16. We're catching all of our fish. We have the right tackle. We're casting to these things. You can't do that with a heavy roller guide rod and a 50 wide. That's what makes this fishing unique down here. It's really amazing what Antonio and Edwardo can do in the tower with a good pair of binoculars and a well-trained set of eyes. They can pick out a marlin tailing with its fin this far out of the water, no bigger than my forearm, from sometimes more than a mile or 2 away, then put this boat right on top of it so we can present a cast. It's something that's been passed down generation after generation. decades and decades of seasoned anglers. At first it was commercial, and now much of Cabo's transitioned almost completely to the sport side of fishing. It's truly a testament to their skill, knowledge, and expertise. Right there, see him? Yeah. When you have fantastic fishing on one day of competition, you have this question is, do I go back there or do I modify my approach? And you know, unfortunately, the old adage, never leave fish to find fish, is very applicable down here especially because of how these fish orient. So we opted to go back up into the same area where we got our fish on day one. We got up in the zone and we had a few shots early. We actually got a fish relatively quickly. Steve put a very beautiful striped marlin, got him on the hook, and we got a quick clean release on him.
Well, pretty slow today with the full moon. Fishing has shown its real face. We were lucky yesterday.
Well, it really does show how much fishing can change in 24 hours. I mean, overnight, this body of fish moves on, the patterns change, but we did get one fish earlier, which is great. Not a lot of life from any other boats in the area, so that one fish could be worth more than 3 on a different day.
Good. The thing is, now I'm starting to see turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, when we were in the midst of it, there was a lot of tortuga in the water, so hopefully that'll bring us some luck here, because we've only got an hour and a half to hang another one. For me, Evan, it's not about catching fish. It's just about being out on the water, enjoying the good life, man. You know, when I'm out here, the world just stops. This is our church.
It's our church, the Church of Anglers. So we're here at the weigh-in. Day 2 is done. The tournament is over. There will not be another line in the water this year. First or second, that is the big question right now. Team Picante 45 has one of those places. It's between us and Team Go Deeper. Rumor has it they had a very good day on the water. They caught a bunch of marlin. Will it be enough to take the top spot, or will we prevail? We're just gonna have to wait and see. We're minutes away from the award ceremony. As we used our eyes and worked through these areas and dragged the pattern, you know, through a few different zones, as the day went on, it really became abundantly clear that the fish had shifted. And later in the day, we realized that they were literally right in front of the arches. And again, this is Cabo. You know, we've got fishable water literally 100 yards outside of the famous arches. You don't have to drive an hour to find water that's loaded with great pelagic game fish. And Go Deeper had not. They stayed close to home, and they were able to capitalize on that local bite and put a few more fish than we did in the boat. And they ended up taking the overall billfish category, but it was all right because you know what? We won the day one optionals. Our 5 fish was all that was needed on day one.
On any given day here, any boat can go out there and beat you, and that's exactly what happened. A boat found fish closer in a different part of water, holding bait, and you know, we got beat on day 2.
As Team Picante approaches the podium and reflects on their journey, certain truths become apparent. It's not about the money. It's not always about the fish. It's about time spent together on the ocean. The universal church of anglers.
We're lucky. We're lucky that we have such hardworking people as a part of Team Picante.
Picante's going to have several new other yachts and experiences in the future, and I continue to expect these young men to help carry the weight. They do the heavy lifting. They've carried this company, you know, so I'm just here for the ride. It's wonderful. It's a great experience.